like, you're too noisy. I said, you don't have to be around me.
Friendship may actually go beyond just relating on a superficial basis.
There's the adage that says, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
There are some of us who are not very good at regular visit, but because they are friends,
you have to.
In order to maintain that friendship.
The emotional state of the parents is usually directly proportional to the emotional state of the children.
Hello viewers, welcome again to our favorite family show right here on Equa Television International. My name is Amaka Ocheke. Each of us have this thing, we've heard this saying, right, that what you ordered for versus what you got. So many of us start life with so many dreams, so many big dreams. We've planned our lives exactly how we want it to be. And then life starts. And as they say, life happens to you. But we know that it's God that orders our steps. And many times, what you plan for at the beginning is not what you get along the way. But, well, we're confident and we know that God is with us through it all. So today we have a very special couple, dear to my heart, who will share their marriage journey and life journey generally. Because what they ordered and what they got has not exactly been the same. And they will share with us how it has been for them. So with me today here at the living room is Barth and Priscilla Sally. You guys, you're welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good to be here too.
Yeah. So before we go on, Uncle Bart's other name, a.k.a. is Uncle Bato. You know him. And then for Priscilla, we call ourselves,
International praise leaders.
Yes, international praise leaders. So our praise leading is not just local here. We're going far. For the Lord.
Yes.
So, Bart, maybe we'll start with you as the head of the family. Can you tell us a bit about yourselves?
Well,
About yourself, maybe. Then Priscilla will tell us a little about herself.
Well, my name is Barth. That's what my parents call me. So I grew up to know that my name is Barth.
And we call you Bato. Uncle Bato.
Yeah. So,
or Coach. Yes, that's another name. We also call him Coach. Coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just a normal person born to a police gamos family. I grew up as a young person. And incidentally, growing up, we were Catholics. And then somehow along the road, on my own journey, I found the Lord, and I left the Catholic Church, and I became a child of God. And in the process, I needed to have a wife to make my life complete.
As per he that findeth a wife,
findeth a good thing and obtains favor
from the Lord. Yeah.
So the scenario or how I met my wife, I knew that the Lord was in it. I had a relationship I was in, and I thought that was the person I was going to marry. But when I knew it was time for me to get married, I tasked the Lord. I waited on the Lord for 14 days. And I told him that, Lord, on the 14th day,
hero brother.
Yes, I want to see my wife. You know, I was serious about it because I really knew that at that point in time, I wanted to get married. I had a relationship that I was not too sure. You know, that was the person the Lord wanted me to. But I needed the Lord to confirm for me. So I had to wait on the Lord. And I told the Lord exactly the kind of woman I wanted. I told him, I said, Lord, I need a woman that when I am down, she will lift me up. I need a woman that will encourage me. And I need a woman that would cause me to serve the Lord. And of the truth, the person I was dating wasn't actually that
You
kind
didn't
of a
fit in.
person. But I said, if she comes when I asked the Lord to reveal my wife, then I know she's mine. Time came and passed. The lady in question didn't show up. Incidentally, the 14th day was on the 6th of September 2021. I was somewhere behind Gangare, Center for Continuing Education. I was there with my aunt. She came for recording. And this young woman came in the evening at about 4 or 5 and said, sorry, I'm looking for Mrs. So. So I said, okay, yeah, she's in there. Are you the person she's waiting for? She said, yes. And that was the first time I met her. But I have forgotten that was the 14th day. And because I never knew her,
You didn't cross
it
your mind
didn't
that
cross
this
my
could be
mind.
the
In fact,
person.
I forgot. Not until... and then the following day, 7th, was the crisis of 2021.
Okay.
So I went to pick them from the studio, and everybody ran away. So I had to trace them down to Rukuba Road, and we remained in Rukuba Road till Tuesday the following week, when the person she came, with, or she came for, came. The husband came and he picked them, and they left for Abuja. That was all. Not until the Wednesday the following day, the crisis became so bad. I was living around Masalachi Juma. So everybody was worried, thinking that probably I was caught up in the crisis. And the person she came to back up called and said that she asked after me and she was worried about the crisis. That was when I remembered that I had prayed and I needed my wife to come. So I said, oh God, is she the one? The long and short of the story is that she's the one.
Okay.
And the next time I saw her, as a sportsman, we're full of ourselves and all those things. I lack what to tell her. I just told her, will you marry me? I was all.
Correct.
She looked at me and laughed and said, well, it's an answered prayer. That was her response. And truly, after 22 years with Priscilla, I know that indeed it was an answered prayer.
Without a doubt.
Without an iota of doubt. And I know she was packaged for me for the season.
Ayao, IPL, International Praise Leader. Tell us about yourself, because Barth has even carried the story to the marriage level.
When you started, you said there's this saying that, what you ordered for, I guess what you
Get.
get. Growing up, I've always been a church girl. One thing or the other, just church. And so I've been praying, and there was this person I was...
Viewers, just to stop her, but she's not just a church girl, she's Equa sons and daughters. When they say Equa sons and daughters, this is Equa sons and daughters.
Serious.
Continue. I usually use it to tease her.
Yes.
Equa sons and
So
daughters. See
so,
them.
so I was dating someone, he sings. So each time I'm praying, I've always pictured us. I told my husband, so I will see him, he stands to sing, then I will just come up on stage, bring the gospel, and that has been my prayers. Then, Barth came along, a Catholic, just coming, just living Catholicism a little. I said, no, God, this is not what I've been praying for. I want someone that is really vibrant in the Lord, someone that will help. I love, preaching the gospel. I need someone that will complement what I'm doing. And that other person was, he wasn't that serious anyway. We've been very serious, but I left Kaduna, then we're in Kaduna to Abuja. So his life is just somehow. And I was still dating him. So when Barth came along, the person I met him through warned him that, no, Priscilla is my daughter. I like her very much. I don't want to do anything because she's already having someone she's dating. I'm not the true lady, but no, just one
Straight.
person, yes. She said, no, that I think she's the one I want to marry. So I kept on, well, I've been praying. Sometimes I tell people that it's very shameful to say anyway, but I prayed like no any other thing when I was getting ready to marry. I was praying seriously. I don't know what it was, but I really prayed. So when he eventually said, will you marry me? It's answered prayers, oh. But God,
This is not what you
this
ordered.
is not what I ordered. I ordered for someone that, somebody that sings, compliments me on stage and, will preach the gospel. I was just looking at, but what is not even, how do I start? How do I? But something was so pronounced, or will I say, I don't know how to put it. Each time anything come, I'm discussing or he's calling or something, I had this peace in my heart. And he's coming from far because I said earlier on that if I don't marry this person, I will not marry around Kaduna, Plateau or anything. But I didn't want to go far. And Barth is coming from Adama. That place is too far. I've never even been to that place. How will I do it? No. God, I don't understand this thing. Are you actually answering my prayers? But the story is, here we are today. I have learned, sometimes I'll look at you and say, if I had not married you, I don't know what my life would have been.
Trust me.
Apart from being a church girl, I was a spoiled brat. My mom gave birth to her first son, the second daughter. She gave birth to 2 daughters and they all died. Yes. So me coming to stay, it was like nothing should happen to me. Everything, I don't work. He knows it. I don't work. I don't wash plates. But I just want my bed very clean, neat, and what?
You like your things neat, but it's not you that would make it neat.
No! I don't even cook. When I got married to him, I don't know how to cook egusi.
Oh.
Even he taught me a lot of things, how to cook this, I'll sit there and say, hey Priscilla, your life would have been a total mess. He taught me so many things. Anyway, I don't have any regrets. Marrying you, I don't have any regrets because honestly, I would have been suffering. I would have been suffering because the way I came up, life would have been very difficult for me. I don't want to. When it's raining, I don't even talk. I don't discuss anything about me. If I have a problem when I was growing up, I can sit down and you see me crying. I will cry my heart out completely.
Without saying what the problem is.
I won't talk to anybody. I will clean my face and life continue. That was the kind of person that was coming. I don't know, will I say was I timid? Or I always look down on myself. I can't do anything. So I don't even discuss, even with my parents. I don't discuss with anybody. I have no friends. So Barth coming in, he has taken a lot of burden. Each time, if anything happens outside, I'll come. After crying and talking, I'll say, okay, let's see how we'll do it. And everything will be solved. So there's just no regrets at all. God has helped us and helped me especially through Barth to really come up. Talking about him, coming from the Catholic faith. And me, I had these expectations. I want somebody that is vibrant in the Lord and the rest. You've been a member of the church, When Barth came, some things, well, he didn't go how he came into, living the Catholic church. But one thing that was, he couldn't pray. Because the Catholic faith, you read your prayers and the rest. So here is a man that at least, due to my teachings, the things that I've learned, the man is supposed to be the head of the family spiritually and everything, the priest. And I'm marrying somebody that has been struggling. He doesn't even know much about God. I say, God, how are we going to do this? I prayed, I said, Father, help me. No matter how much of you I know, wherever Barth is, I always project him as your child. And that has helped me to put me in a place that I am his helpmeet, not the head. Wherever he is, in the family, at home, I'll always push him. Even if, I was, okay, go, this is how you do it. I always push him. Today, I'm so proud of him. He has grown spiritually, leadership-wise, in the society, in the church.
So can he pray now?
Oh, hey!
I'm just looking for your trouble.
With people in the church, they've helped him grow very well, and he's doing I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so for viewers that are watching, I know you people have just raised so many issues, and I'm challenged. So for people who are looking unto God for a life partner, what do you advise they do in the place of prayer? Because I know that sometimes people pray, but they have something in their mind, and no matter what comes, they refuse because it doesn't fit in. So I know you've already said it, but I want you to say again to younger people who are looking unto God, and sometimes older people, because some older people have had some issues, whatever, maybe they are widowed, they are remarrying again. What do you say?
I heard my wife was talking with someone, and she was telling the person that, look, because you have already made up your mind that this is the person, so your prayer will be a waste of time, because there is nothing that anybody will tell you that if it is not that person, then it's not God. Because so the thing is this: have an open mind. That's very important. Have an open mind. It could be the person you are thinking of, or it could not be. Like for me, I had a very open mind. I just wanted the Lord to lead me, and He did. So I think what is key: seek the first of the Lord, have an open mind, and then whoever comes your way that you think you have peace in your heart, when you relate that person, or when you put that person before the Lord and you say, Lord, is this the person? There's this peace you have, and it's genuine. It's undeniably that it's really what the Lord is leading you to do. It's not about beauty. It's not about probably someone has pointed someone to you. No, it is what the Lord designs for you, and don't run ahead of God. My challenge then was that I was thinking, I was getting really old. So I started calculating, doing permutations. If we have a child today, by 60, I'll still be doing school runs and all those things,
Yeah, okay.
So there was this pressure. And seriously, I really wanted to marry because I've done my calculations. Okay. So, but don't go ahead of God. That's my advice. Don't go ahead of God. Put it before the Lord and be sincere. That's one thing. Be sincere in your pursuit of the right person.
Okay. Priscilla?
Yeah, just to add, when you want to pray for a life partner, you don't start when you are getting late, like, what Barth said.
Barth is not that old. Don't mind
No,
that.
he wasn't anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't.
We don't start early. When you start, you don't have to wait until when I want to, okay, my mates are all gone. Okay, in the next 2 years, I want to marry. So let me start praying. You're praying under pressure, and you're praying under the situations around you, not what God really wants you to do. If you're a child of God and you trust Him, it's just like closing your mind to everything and allowing God to take charge. Let Him take the leadership. I was praying, but at the point I knew that I wasn't really praying for that person. I was praying for God's will to be done. There was nobody. Barth wasn't there. If anybody said that I will marry Barth, I will say it's a lie. He's from Adama, he's far. I've never seen him. And I came for recording. We met during, no. He's not the kind of person I want. Basketball, I don't have interest in basketball. I don't have interest
He's
in...
not spiritual enough.
He wasn't!
When we're doing things of the Lord, this is playing basketball.
You can't carry bag and I say, hey, coach, hey, bato. It's not bato I want. I want brother. And so we need to just empty yourself.
So people should start praying early. So young people start praying now. Don't wait until
it's time.
Even children can start praying.
Of course.
Parents pray for your children. about who they will marry now. Don't wait until it's time, then you start praying.
No. In fact, we've been praying for JP. And we started praying
JP
for
is their son.
JP is our son. We've started praying. In fact, I personally started praying for him long. So each time he say, I'll just say, how far now, boy? How far? Is there any baby? Say, now, mommy. I say, I know. Somehow, I want to be a funky grandma anyway.
All right.
I don't want to be old, you know. He will just laugh. But we're praying. In our closet, we'll pray. Father, that lady, whoever it is, just bring her along. And somehow, they will meet. So we started praying for him. We don't want to, I told my husband that I don't want it to be a prayer point. When we're praying for the boy to grow. Now he's married. Instead of us to be praying for progress, we're praying for God to mend the home. No, we don't want that. So we've started praying for him. And we always encourage him, pray. If there's anybody, anywhere, just let us know. We'll not stop you. But we need to pray. Because without God, you will not succeed. It is God that made us who we are. He's the one that brought, I can't just imagine. But here we are today. Adama is too short for me now to travel. I'm not looking at.
And you don't even live in Adamawa, actually.
Yeah, so we're here with friends and everything, and so
Things
God
are
has been
moving.
faithful.
Then the other issue, before we move on to something else, about having an open mind. Now, if you have an open mind, is it any and anybody that comes your way that you agree? Like any type of person that comes, even if because and then this issue of peace of mind, because I sometimes counsel some young people and like, this person you want to marry is not good for you. They say they have peace. They have peace. Meanwhile, you know that this person, as young people say, because is ras. It's ras. It's just, you already see trouble looming. But they tell you, I have peace, I'm happy, I have joy, I'm going to marry the person. And you know, and of course, true to prediction, if they marry that person, within months, issues begin to arise. So what that keeping open mind, is it anything, or there are guards you put around to say, yes, with an open mind, but there are certain areas you shouldn't go, like marrying unbeliever?
Yes. Like I mentioned earlier, I told God the kind of woman I wanted. I had an open mind. It could be the person I was dating or not, but that this is the person that I'm trusting God for. A woman that will lift me when I'm down. I said that earlier. A child of God. So, yes, I had an open mind. It could be anybody, because as at that time I didn't even know about Priscilla. I've never seen her. So, but the person I was dating, yes, I knew her, but I wanted God to confirm it was the person. So the peace of mind I had didn't come when I was searching. It was after I met Priscilla that I now started having peace of mind. Okay. So I had an open mind. It could be anybody, but this is the person I want. These are my own criteria. I told the Lord, like a conversation like we're having with you. I told God, I said, Father, this is the kind of woman I want. And I know you will not deny me that. And of course he did. So the open mind is, like in my own case, already there was somebody. And so I had an open mind that she could be the one, or she may not be the one. So.
All right. Sometimes God works in ways that we cannot really understand. And I didn't really lay things, apart from looking for someone that, we could do ministry together. I didn't lay rules. It must be a tall person, a rich person, a short. No, I didn't do that. But I prayed. And I kept telling God that, Lord, I've been serving you. And I've seen so many things happening around me with couples, even from my parents, uncles. I don't want that kind of home. I want a home that is from you. The problem we have as young people is that even when we're telling God, I have an open mind, we still have our hidden
agenda.
Yes, inside. No, you see somebody coming, he's not rich, but no, I don't want him. Meanwhile, you're looking at, will he be able to take care of me? That's not an open mind. The way God answered my prayers, he didn't answer the way I put them on the table. He brought Barth who there was nothing in everything that I was looking for, and we're happy now. So having an open mind does not mean that God will, say, Priscilla, since you waited on me, okay, but this tall guy, he will come in the night, or you come in the afternoon, or you meet him in church or something. God can use people to counsel you to the person that is right for you. If only we allow God to use people, it could be through a message from the Bible. You can just read. It could be through friends. Sometimes I've seen marriages work when somebody just see, there's a brother I know, I think you people can. And once they marry, they live together and they're happy. So having an open mind, we need to just completely surrender to God. God has a way of doing things. In fact, you may not even dream of it. It could be where you're not even close to that place. You don't even know anybody. And that jewel will just come out and it will be yours. Barth said he was having but this is the person. I wasn't really praying specifically. When I got to know that person I was dating was not really serious, it is when we're together, when we meet, then he'll begin, sure love, this one he will be singing like an angel and the rest, and I'll just be tripping. But once I'm off, nothing happens. Then there was no phone, nothing. You can't call, you have to write. So it wasn't working. I knew that thing was not there. So I started praying. I wasn't old, but some of my younger ones, they were getting married. So I was under pressure, yes. My mother would be like, this pastor's son say he wants to marry you. I say, even if not the pastor himself, I'm not ready for marriage now. So it was that serious. I'll go to church, I do this one, but this one is okay. To her, these people were perfect. So why don't I want to marry them? I said, no. I say, I'm not okay. I'm not okay because each time they come, just a flash like this, I just see trouble. I don't see living, the way I was. I didn't see how I'll be able to fit in and be happy in the marriage. So when this brother came, he's a brother now. He
was a brother at that time.
At that time,
because he wouldn't have married her now.
Anyway, somehow.
Just that he wasn't as mature as you wanted him to be.
So, I had my elder sister sat me down and said, come, do you really want to marry this person? I said, yes. I didn't. There was
no hesitation.
Yeah, I said, yes. He's from Adamawa. I said, yes, I want to marry him.
Here we are.
End of story. Okay. So now, our marriage journey. How has it been? Okay. So, what have you had challenges, and what was your secrets for making it work?
Go ahead.
Of course, there must be challenges. First of all, to start with, I think as a person, I started with my in-laws. I had challenges with my in-laws at the beginning of the marriage. We were okay, doing well. I didn't know that there were some things they wanted him to marry from their place.
Okay.
Yes, so I came along and they were receptive at the beginning. Then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, it became a problem. It was a challenge. One thing that really helped us to succeed, apart from prayers, is the church. We had programs in church, retreats, and we had, and we still having people that were way elderly than us. They've been in the marriage thing, and they kept counseling me because it was a serious challenge to me. Someone that I've always been on myself. I don't like trouble. That's why I don't make friends. I don't want having problem with someone that this one is having problem. No, I didn't want that. So getting married and started having issues with my in-laws was a big challenge for me. But the church helped, the programs in the church, and each time we go for retreats, then there were questions that people ask, and sometimes I will ask them, but the answers helped me to overcome that the challenge, and I was really praying. And one other thing that really helped me was that my husband always let me know what is happening.
So he carried you along.
He was carrying me along. He would say, this is what, I'm not telling you so that you hear this person, but this is what they are thinking. So this is what we'll do. And so many times he will always come to my rescue. If people just talk about my wife, you don't know her, you've not stayed with her. So how can you see that outside and begin to say, this is who she is? You don't know her. I know her very well.
So he was defending you.
Seriously, he was my, when they talk about the last line of defense, he was a very perfect one. He will always talk with them, and when they come, it's a different thing they are seeing. So because they didn't really want him to marry me towards the end, so they felt they would bring so many problems, this one, that one, Priscilla this, Priscilla that.
I guess to prove their point why he shouldn't have married you.
More so that I'm not from their state. I told you, these people are like this, these people are like, I can't speak English, oh. Hey, she's telling us that she can speak English. I was like, what does this really matter? Do you people know Priscilla? So the first challenge we had was in-laws. And one thing that I never allow anybody to look down on my husband, even my mom. He defend me, but with Barth, when you touch Barth, you touch Priscilla. In my family, nobody disrespects him. Because I presented him, this is my husband. He's a good person. He's not evil. He doesn't hate anyone. So when you treat him well, you like him. In fact, right now, my mom, though she has dementia, if she sees me and him, she will rush down. This is her son. Where did he get me from? Yeah. That's to that point. At the point I had issues with my elder sister. Everything you say, hey, Bartholomew. When they talk about Megirana, sorry, I have to say it this way. I say, yes, he's my husband. When I can't sleep, nobody is there. He's always there with me. So why will you disrespect him for what he has not? He has not done anything. He's respectful. He has never. You are his elder sister. He has never disrespected you in any way. So why will you think otherwise? And they respect him for that. So in my own side, he hasn't had any issue. His own side now we are gelling little by little. They know that if you want to get through Bartholomew, if you want to get to Bartholomew, you have to come through Priscilla, even his mom. So that has helped us. That's challenge number one. Maybe we'll talk of other challenges.
Well, those ones, they are usually routinely found in every family. But one of the major challenges that we faced that really, to some extent, shook us. We're Africans, and we need to be honest with ourselves.
No, it's good. So people are learning.
Yes, I love children. My wife also loves children.
Oh, she does. I know.
So, and the Lord just gave us one son, and she had gone through a lot, which I'm sure you know. That was a very, very big challenge because, like when she got pregnant and she was told it was ectopic pregnancy, that broke Priscilla badly. It took me close to 3 months to settle her because, she would just be saying, God, why me? I love you. I served you. Look at me. I have the capacity to take care of children. Why are you not giving me? Why do you get me to this point? You lift my hope so high and then you dash it off. So it was a battle between Priscilla and God. So I need to come in and say, look, as bad as you think the situation is, you shouldn't offend God because God is God. God knows why he has not given us children. We have not given up hope, but I told her one time that, look, you see, now we don't understand. We find it very difficult. But probably when we get before the Lord, we will understand better and will appreciate why he has given us only one son. And I keep telling her that this one son is more than 10 children. And the Lord will keep him. And he's doing well. We praise the Lord. That was a very big challenge. It got to a point that Priscilla can't even pray because she felt God hated her. But eventually she knew that God is supreme over everything. He decides what happens to you. The Bible says it clearly that the children are a gift from the Lord. He gives it to you. You don't ask for it. We don't merit it. Yeah. So that was one major challenge that really affected us. But today we're at home with it. And we have seen others that are there and they don't have children. And they have all it takes to take care of them. But God decides what he gives you as his own child. And one of the major challenge that really, really affected us But today we can testify that from the beginning, God has orchestrated that Priscilla and I will come together for a season like this. I had a spinal cord related issue that I had to go through 2 surgeries. Now, I think one of the major things I need people to learn from was the condition I was after the first surgery. From my waist to my toes, I couldn't feel anything. I was more or less paralyzed. I had no control of my bowel. It means I do not know when to defecate or when to pass urine. The only time I know that I have soiled my body is probably the smell. Yeah. So I lie down there on the bed, and Priscilla was by my side 2-4-7. If I soil my bed, she would just clean me up and smile and say, "Daddy, it's just for a season. It will pass." You know, there was a day, she cried actually. I soiled myself. She came, cleaned me up, bathed me, turned me to the other side of the bed, changed the beddings and all these things. She had just gone out to drop those things to wash later, only to discover when she came back that I had soiled my body again. She sat down and cried and said, "God, how long will this be?" You know, so I told her, I say, "Look, it's just for a season and it will pass." You know, it has always been our slogan, "It's just for a season. It's a wilderness experience and will pass." You are a medical doctor. You know my condition. Ordinarily, I shouldn't be walking the way I am. But it is God. God has brought me this far so that others can learn
And be encouraged.
and be encouraged. I have been in pains for close to 3 years now. Constant pains. But I've learned to live with the pain. And I've also learned to encourage my wife. You know, she said, "Daddy, all I want is to see you walking on your own, going back to your job." And, you know, I said, "Yes, it will come. But, you know, it's not going to be as soon as we expect it. You know, I'm not getting any younger. So, so healing is not that easy. But that I am here today is the grace of God. Is the mercy of God. I see myself as a trophy of grace that God has kept for others to see that I have won this battle. And Priscilla has been by my side. You know, she was working with a ministry. She left the job. She resigned because she wanted to take care of me. You know, there was a time someone came to the hospital to tell you how close Priscilla is to me. You know, somebody came and said, "Mommy, you are tired. You've been here since morning. Go home and rest. Go and take some time. I'll be here with him. Then you can come in the evening." You know what she told him? And it really baffled me. I was thinking, why did Priscilla say that? She told him, she said, "Look, young man, when I took my vows on the altar that I was going to be with him in sickness and in health, were you there?"
Wow.
He said, "No." He said, "Yes, please go and leave me with my husband." You know, I'm not an emotional person. You know, God has a way of putting people together. Priscilla is an emotional wreck. Meanwhile, meanwhile, I am not. But I was moved that day. I was really moved. It was profound, you know, for my wife to say that. Someone is helping, you know. Right now, I've resumed work. Priscilla drives me everywhere. She takes me to Abuja. She brings me from my home to my office. In fact, some people think, or you know, that she's the staff of my organization. You know, she's always there with me. In my office, she sits there, finish my work, and she takes me back home. Now, where will you find that kind of woman with that kind of devotion? So, I knew what I asked for, and she's right here by my side. So the journey has been rough, but we've been complementing one another. You know, like she said earlier, I taught her how to cook. You know, so I thank God that I lived, you know, my barrack life. You know, anytime my dad was transferred, I'm the only one that traveled with him. So I had to learn to cook to take care of my servant. So when she came and, we were very open. One thing about Priscilla and I is that we're very, very open. We're vulnerable around one another. We never hide any. I don't hide. If you tell me anything, just is as good as you're telling Priscilla.
Yes.
She knows everything. She knows my finances. She knows how much I get. If I have a dime, she knows. There's no secret between us. Absolutely no secrets. So it's one of the things that has helped us. But challenges we know will come. Honestly, I never knew that Priscilla is going to stand by me. Mind you, Priscilla is a very neat person. One of the challenges we're having is that when we travel, the hotels we stay in, if the toilet is not good, Priscilla will not stay there. Now, this is this same Priscilla that I will soil my body. She will clean me up. She will bathe me. She will wash me. It's God. It's God.
Okay, so it's something, because time, I'm just looking at time, but there's something, you put had raised. I want you to say something. The issue that, Priscilla, you could not cook very well before you married, and your husband married you like that and taught you how to cook. It's not something that is common, because I know I've asked some people, they told me that any man that doesn't cook, that's the end. They are not doing, because that is a very important point, that the woman must know how to cook. So how did you, Priscilla, maybe tell us, what do you advise? Because should young people, once the girl can cook, you say, no, they didn't train her well. Let me look for another wife or something. Because now I know that you cook very well.
Very well.
I know you cook very well. So what would you say to that? To young men especially. And then those young ladies too who don't know how to cook.
The thing is that you need to be sincere. I didn't hide that I can't do this.
And he didn't run away.
We're here.
We're here. He didn't. I'll always tell him, I can't do this. I can only do my own. You see, even stew.
Let me tell you a small story. When we married newly, I love this karkashi. I don't know what English name it has. My grandmother used to make it, and I love it a lot. So I told her about it. And she said, okay, I'm going to try it. So I went to the market, bought karkashi, and gave Priscilla to prepare. I went to work. By the time I came back, I said, Priscilla, is the soup ready?
It's very slimy. So I saw sand on it. I said, you can't cook this thing with sand now. He said I should pick it. I said, no, this will not happen. So I have to wash it. For those of us who know what karkashi is, you can't wash it. So I put it inside water. That was, the whole thing was slimy. I couldn't wash it. I said, what kind of thing? Why will he ask me to do this? When he came, he said, Mama, where is the karkashi now? So that I said, no, I tried to wash it. The moment I said wash it, he said, we can't use it again. That was the extent too. And karkashi is more in the northern part. Even Kaduna people, some eat it dry, some fresh. It's something that I am ordinarily supposed to know how to do it. But I didn't know how to do that. You just need to be sincere, be open. Time of courtship is time of learning. You don't just learn, oh, he wants to go out. No, he doesn't like to put. No, you learn so many things. I was really
eating shawarma.
Who talk about shawarma? I don't even want to talk about the love stuff we were doing that time. How I was communicating to Bato. Hey, there was no phone. 2001. He had this Sajem when phone came. He bought that Sajem, about 22,000 the SIM. Bato will write, he was here in Jos and I was in Abuja. He will write text message and send it to a number of someone that has a business center that I know. The person, I will go and pay 15 naira. He will now copy the text message to me. Then I'll go and sit down and read. I will now reply. I'll come and give him 15 naira again to copy the text message to Bato. That was the kind of love we were doing there. So, I was really open to him. I don't know how to do this. He said, there's no problem, Mama. I'll do it. Cooking is his hobby. So he taught me there are moments that, then when JP was around, much younger, he would come from Abuja. We say, Mama, don't worry. I have learned
Knew
One-
something.
So just get this one. I'll cut, dice them. The one that needs washing, I'll wash. Then he will go and cook it. All of us will eat and be salivating. Jake will say, Daddy, this food is so delicious, sumptuous. He thought so. You don't have to hide it. You know, the young people today, they hide under the cover of they've arrived. I don't know the social life they live these days. Even the shawarma that they crave for, they can't even prepare it. And the young men, when the ladies are open and you know how to do it, it will reduce anything from you to teach her. You make her what you want her to be. If Bato had allowed me to just be lazing around without teaching me how to cook, he won't be eating good food. Because he knows what he wants. He loves good food. You know, men that know how to cook. If you don't cook well, so you need to cook well. He humbled himself to teach me how to cook. So that when I learn. When he's not there, I cook. In fact, there are moments, you know, when he was when he just resumed work. Sometimes I come back to I'll just make soup, just drop them for him. He will cook. Sometimes he will just make. But there's a soup he just make not long. Even with the stick, he will struggle to the kitchen. Even till today, this is what I've learned. Mama, let me just make one vegetable soup for us. Get this thing for me. Get this one. Just dice it. He's still like that. We need humility in everything. I don't know how to do it. Please, can you teach me? There's no need of hiding secrets. Packaging. People are there packaging nothing. Don't hide it. As a young man, you know how to cook. Teach her. You make her into what you want to be. I didn't know how to dress very well. Bato is a guy boy.
I know.
I told him I chose
Sometimes
girl.
you say he's the one that even takes the clothes to the tailor, says the style.
He's the one that buys the materials. I don't know rappers. He's a guy boy. Me, I was just following this sister, tying my head from everywhere. But he said, no, this is what I want. Mama, go and do this one. No, but this I make you want. Let me do this one. And I may not be, but at least I'm trying a bit.
You're moving.
I'm
good.
moving. So
Yes,
good.
he's once you are together, when God will always make everything possible. If you're running after what is not yours, that's when you have problems. So be open to one another. Be humble. Tell the person, I can't do this. Can you teach me? More so if you know that the person can do it.
So be humble to learn, be humble to teach.
Yes.
Okay, as I said, time is running out. So in the next 5 minutes, so that we will say this on your challenges in the marriage, because you've raised some of the challenges. How has it helped you as a couple? Because I know that some of these challenges you have mentioned, some people that scattered the marriage. So how has it helped you?
You know, we
as a
talk
couple?
a lot between Priscilla and I. You know, the things we communicate a lot. We talk over issues. At times, our prayer session, you know, when we pray, is just like God is there, Priscilla and I are there, and we're talking. We talk a lot. We don't leave anything, you know, undone. So if I have this challenge, I will tell Priscilla, this is my challenge. She'll say, the first thing Priscilla will tell me is that, have you told God? I'll say, yes, I have. Or no, I haven't. I just wanted us to present it before the Lord. And we'll pray. So we talk and we pray. We don't hide anything, like I said earlier. So that is very key for us. Talking and praying. So that has helped us.
And I do always ask him, what is it? He's moody, anything, especially when he's going through
Pain.
the challenge. Yes. He said no, he doesn't want to tell me. So I said no, what is it? Okay, this one. So I'll help. I don't massage the way the physiotherapists do anyway, but at least I'll try to okay, let me see. Are you relieved? Okay, where is the place? In the night, there are nights that I will cry, I will sing, I will pray, it's like I'm wrestling with God. No, my husband he needs to be okay. These challenges somehow has really knitted us together. We have enough time. We talk about it. I was telling Daddy on Saturday, say, okay, what? Okay, you can't travel. Okay, driving, because on Thursday we almost had a fatal accident. God just came through for us, and I was on the wheels. He said, okay, we can give our driver so that. I said, Daddy, you know me and Bato now. You know me and Bato, this thing. Say, what? Okay, if you go, you can say he will go to her and come and say, Daddy, you know me and Bato now. This thing, I don't know how we'll be able to. That Bato is away and I'm away. I don't know how we're going to do it. This challenge has brought us together. It has really helped us to understand some things. In fact, I've come to know God in a different way. You know, believing that he can, when he says he will do something, he's really doing it. I've seen the miracle in his life that has challenged me more, that I'm looking at God differently. So we have time, not just to pray, but we discuss things. You know, even in this challenge, I've been schooling. I'm doing my master's. Once there's an assignment, I'll say, okay, this is the assignment. I'll read it out and we'll discuss it. It's like he's equally doing the school.
The masters.
Yes. So I'll say this, hey, this one, okay, this one. I say, okay, Mama, that question. So it has really knitted us together, and it has helped us, not just us, but to even our son. JP has been encouraged through this. My husband said that God brought me home so that we'll have a time together. Even though he's not around, but many times we make calls, 1 hour, we'll just be gisting all of us. So it has really knitted us together more.
Wow. There's so much to say.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, time. It's time. We need to go. So you guys, thank you so much for coming, for sharing your life on your journey. Because it's not easy to share. I know many people will not share the way you have shared. So last word for viewers before we shut down. Viewers, I hope you've heard everything they said. There's not everything that must be a sermon. They have given us plenty sermon today.
Just trust God, believe in Him, believe in His power to do things for you. For us, we are convinced and we're persuaded that irrespective of where we are, where we have found ourselves, God is in our situation. So just believe God in everything you do. Believe God for your marriage, believe God for your work, believe God for your spouse. You cannot have a better spouse than the one the Lord has given you.
As young people say.
So that's just
a last word. You know, so many people, I've heard people say that no, they don't believe that there are people that are really, called to be husband and wife. They love each other. They've never seen any marriage work. We are living testimonies. You can see it. So it can work out for you if only you follow the right channel, just trust God, and you see working out. To work out for you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I like what she said. God is in the business of making marriages work. If you are still looking to marry, go to God. He will give you what is good for you. If you're already married and you are struggling, go to God still, and He will help you sort out the issue if you walk in obedience. And if your marriage is already good, still be going to God so that it will remain good and even blossom and, yes, as Barth said, be better. So viewers, thank you for staying with us till the very end. And our desire is that as we're going forward, that we'll have marriages that are honoring and glorifying God. And those who are yet to get into it, that you will listen to the Lord and let Him lead you where you need to go, so that His name will be honored and our testimony to the world will continue to be great. And as young people say, go loud, make it loud. Let people hear what God is doing in our marriages. God bless you, and looking forward to seeing you same time, same place at the living room. Thank you to the Salets for sharing their lives with us. God bless you, and let's hear more testimonies from us out there. Bye.